For somebody to pay that respect, you know, and especially I'm not signed to Wayne. He's not like an investment. I'm not an investment to him. You know what I'm saying? When somebody, especially in rap music, because it's so competitive, pays respect to another artist like that. I mean, I feel like that's the highest honor you could do.
On the mixtape, you got Lil Wayne.
Yeah, right.
What was?
That's crazy. Yeah. So what happened with that was, man, is I remember I'm making this shit and the question I'm working on it, and you know I've never been one for features. Like I've never had that on my project. That's never been a part of my career. It's cosigns and things like that. But I remember just being like, yo, this project, like, I really want Wayne on it.
Remember, like I'm on tour with the guy, so I'm at his shows and. You know, I'm watching everything. Like, you know, and by the way, I don't think that anybody like ever in music from now and before and the future, I don't know if there'll ever be anybody that will work harder than that guy. So that was a big thing that I paid attention to as well. It was just like he has the most insane work ethic, and I see like a lot of glimpses of that in like guys like Future, Thug,
Especially when, you know, there's no business. It's just all love, and that's what it is with Wayne. It's nothing but love, and he's somebody who I've been continuously working with, and we've been working with each other since the beginning of my career. And you know, just like a lot of us, I rode to school listening to Dedication 1, to the Carter 1, 500 Degrees. I'm not, you know, one of the biggest Lil Wayne fans in the world, so you could just imagine what that feel like.
Like I was like, I just want him on it. Like I just think that me and him would make a dope song, and like I didn't want to get him on some like you know, swag shit, like with him like just rapping and talking shit and stunting. Like my favorite Wayne is like introspective Wayne, you know, it's like talking about some shit, you know, no matter how deep he goes, or just like him slowing down for a little bit and just like talking. So I was like, I need to do a jam like that. So I'm making a song, and I'm like, this is perfect for him.
guys that really stay in there and they're like, again,
Live in the
relentless.
studio.
Like, yeah, but like, man, there was nothing like Wayne. Like, I used to watch Wayne cut like 4 or 5 classics in a night, like joints that like would just go on to be like, it would be mind blowing. You know, he'd get 4 verses off, and then like 2 months later, 3 months later, those songs would come out. I'd be like, I can't believe this is like, you know, Make It Rain, or like, you know, like whatever.
Shout out Fat Joe.
Yeah, so.
And so I hit up Mac, because Mac had been showing love. Like I went to their show, and like he in Pittsburgh, and he, you know, got us all in, like no problems. So I hit up Mac, and I was like, man, I'm not trying to be like the dude that bugs you about a Wayne verse, man. Like I'm not trying to be that dude, but can I get a Wayne verse? And he was like, yeah, man, of course, it's all love. And I was like, all right, man, thanks. I'll send you the record. He was like, I love it. He was like, I'm about to play it for Wayne. I was like, all right, like I'm never gonna get this shit.
But anyway, yeah, I think initially my goal was just to be a protege that didn't flop. You know, I just wanted to be somebody that was like remotely as important as my mentor. And yeah, from there, you know, I think a lot of things changed when Wayne went to jail.
And to be real with you, Wayne beat Kendrick. Wayne sent his verse in before Kendrick did, man. You know what I'm saying? And Kendrick's my motherfucking homie. I talk to him all the time. But I always cut up on him about that Wayne beat him and getting the verse in on time.
That's because Wayne has a studio in a suitcase.
Yeah,
Honestly, hella impressive how fast you got that collab. You're doing great. I'm here for you your whole career. Thank you, Cheyenne. Lil Wayne was in a great mood every time I got to interact with him, so he was real easy to work with. It was a dream come true, for real. I remember being on set, when he walked on set and started rapping, it was an emotional moment, for real. I was taken. That's somebody I grew up hearing and listening to. That's one of the GOATs, the greatest. A lot of people's favorite ever. I felt in that moment I could just hang my head on that moment, and if I quit today, I'd really accomplish something.
Because it was really a moment of realization, like, all right, this guy pretty much put all his trust and all his like power behind us, and now like it's on our shoulders to like, you know, it's kind of like the same thing, like if your man goes in and does a bid and you guys are doing a thing together, you want to make sure that when he comes out, you come pick him up in a nice car and say, yo, here, you know, so it was that type of responsibility where it's like, yo, when my guy comes home, I just want to make sure that this thing is bigger than where it was when we left off.
It was wild to me. Like they sent me the verse, right? And like, but they didn't send me a bounce version. And like I'm so excited to hear this verse that like I opened GarageBand and I piece together, like I take the session and upload it on GarageBand and I mix it myself. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm just, listening to the verse and it's blowing my mind, like hearing an acapella Wayne unmixed saying like, all right, right there.
I think I just clicked into a different zone naturally, because like I said, I was out here by myself. I mean, obviously it was me and Nicki, but I always felt like, okay, I'm Wayne's little brother, and he's dependent on me to carry this name, and at that time, Young Money was a lot more connected, so I felt that obligation to everybody, to Mac, to Nicki, to Tez, to really take things to whatever level I could take them to.
All right, right there. You know what I'm saying? Like punching in and shit. So I just had to do it, and it was crazy. And that will always be a memory for me. Is that song, and I love that song, man. That's one of my favorite songs, ever that I've done. It's just like some real, actual shit. You know what I'm saying?
The craziest thing about Wayne, what people don't understand, you get a lot of, younger cats that's listening to him now and they feel he's a new artist, but I go all the way back to the Hot Boy days, and being 13, listening to this dude, just remembering the staple that he put on the game back then all the way to now, to have that longevity years behind it. So for him, to actually acknowledge, what I'm doing right now, and see it as a path the same way, the longevity that he created is a great feeling to actually share that same stage and that same moment with him,
Never got a chance to tell you, but yo, Mona Lisa,
Yeah.
your 2 verses on that shit gotta be like, it's gotta be like one of the top 5 verses of all time.
Man, thank you, man. Thank you, man.
And the way that I love when rappers are able to tell a story.
Exactly. Man, who you
And
telling?
and don't compromise any of the punchlines. Like,
Oh, no.
Wayne ain't no new Jack to the game, like I said, He influenced a lot of styles and a lot of sounds, and I could say I was influenced by a certain sound and the flow and the cadence, that he brought to the game, which was very unique. Me being a young boy in the game and listening to him, like, yo, okay, I need to learn this and that, and that definitely was a perspective from that tape.
man, I just want to tell you, man, it's great to see you me still doing it. You know
Of
what I'm
course,
saying?
man.
Like,
That right there alone is beauty of it. It shows the beauty of what we do. Period.
yeah, man, it's definitely an art to this shit, and man, you got it mastered, and
Likewise.
I mean,
man.
you've had it mastered, but
Man,
like,
likewise, man. You already know what it is.
thank you, man.
It's interesting about your trajectory and your career. There are a lot of people that are comparing you to Lil Wayne and his trajectory and his career. Your work ethic, putting out so many albums in such a short amount of time, all the features that he does, all the songs that you appear on. How do you feel about that comparison? People comparing you to Lil Wayne? I would be honored.
Definitely an honor.